I would try that again because I got the indication that we're doing our thing, but I got the we didn't get the yellow number, and I said, geez, I what's that about? And I thought I wasn't gonna say much or something like that, or did I say it wrong? And I got the ego death number. Like, right? I mean, why don't I try to say that again? Um, this is like, I guess, part two of what we said. It doesn't have to be part two of it, but this is one of those things that people would really have to turn their TV off and clean their head out to, like, get. The other one, but here's the thing: when we talked about mentioned that about legalizing marijuana, if we just saw the other video, there's another dimension of it that there are people who are concerned about. Like I said, they're worried about illegal immigration into our country. That's like for a huge amount of people. That's like high in their issues list that they're concerned about. And the thing is, like, part of the what they don't realize that it's if you what we said in the other one is if you legalized marijuana here, okay, our way of fighting the drug war is the least, but it's like it's known to be the least effective way, but we do it anyway because it's like a cover for sort of like counterinsurgency. It's why we build like military bases. Well, after the trade agreements passed, we build like military bases in South America. But part of the way we do our war on drugs is the one way that doesn't work anyway, which is source country control, like where it's where a lot of drugs are being grown and then to be brought into the country. If people who are worried about illegal immigration into the country, a huge portion of the people coming coming illegally into the country, where there isn't much opportunity. I mean, the opportunity, it's not. I mean, there's no the situation is so bad on the other side of the border, mainly because of these free trade agreements and everything that goes with it, and that when those trade agreements and not allowing them to close any part of their market, not allowing commodity stabilization programs, that's what happens when the trade agreements are meant to benefit the transnational sector and no one else. When they they starve to death, except they can the farmers who are all can no longer make a livelihood because of no protection for the economy and no commodity stabilization programs under the World Trade Organization rules. They do attempt, the farmers do attempt to grow things for which there is a stable market in this country, which is, so instead of growing bananas or something, they start growing things that are illegal here, but which there is still a market for, a stable market for, and that is why we said in the other video, Uruguay has told the UN apparently it can't both live up to its human rights obligations and if cannabis remains illegal here, because while we have bases over there, we use their paramilitaries to go after anyone who tries to grow something that is illegal here, even though that's the worst way to wage a war on drugs. So they'd be killed when they try to do that, and so some do, and then some come over the come over the border illegally because that's the only option left. If I'm saying it's the show I'm watching, but I have to assume this is what the 4 was about. I think. I mean, I just right. Doesn't 4 mean like there's something to comment on or something? We're gonna do a thing. But this show is on where he's talking about immigrants getting jobs picking fruit here. A lot of the illegal immigration would probably would a huge amount of the illegal immigration is from people fleeing what happened with those trade policies, because they can't could no longer feed the families growing things like bananas. Instead of starving to death, they go try to grow something in the underground, which is a market, but it's illegal here. And then they get the paramilitaries in our U.S. bases and the fumigation programs they use against such people. So the only option left is to, try and cross the border and come into our country. If that would be another thing. Illegal immigration would drop probably. If But nah, but I see I don't know what the 4 was about. I don't know what that 4 is about. But that would be another thing that would happen, is there'd be a lot less. Well, no, I mean, would it? I just didn't know what the 4 was about when I came up. Every time it's on 4, that means like we're doing a thing. But actually, I don't know if that makes. I'm trying to think what would happen. No, because all they get to with the would they? No, because then there'd be growing here and there'd be growing overseas, and it wouldn't be subject to something right. If right, the reason the paramilitaries and things right go after people growing things that are illegal here, it's because they can't grow anything else because of those free trade agreements. Right, so that has to be a big part of the population of people, desperately trying to get into this country for, so they don't starve to death or get killed by the paramilitaries. Right, I imagine if cannabis was legalized, you'd have growers, right, I mean, both sides of the border, right? But that has to be the illegal immigration, which for some people is a major issue they want to stop. A lot of it would go down because there'd be, right, why wouldn't there be? We are sort of, I think, but I don't know what that 4 was about. I was trying to keep my mouth shut today.